All right, so here's your semester exam review. Number one, given angle A, so here's my starting point. We want to classify side X, so you want to label O, H, and A, opposite, hypotenuse, and adjacent. So from A, X is the hypotenuse. And again, from angle A, Y is the opposite. And then from A, side Z is adjacent, okay? Now, if we redraw this, okay, and now starting from angle B, we label O across from 90 as H, and the last one is A. Z is O for opposite. X is H for hypotenuse, and then Y is A for adjacent. Ooh. The ladder is 17 feet from the base of a building, and it reaches a window that's 45 feet high. So 17 from the base of the building. Okay. The window is up here at 45 feet. The length of the ladder is X, right? So when you know two sides of a right triangle and you're looking for the third, you're going to have to use Pythagorean theorem. Okay, 2, 3, 1, 4. And we get 48.1. Okay, so 2, 3, 1, 4 equals C squared, and then you square root both sides. You get 48.1 to the nearest foot is 48 feet. Landscaper wants to place a 120-foot stone walkway. 120-foot stone walkway. Okay. Well, it says the walkway is 120, so we're looking for this length. So again, Pythagorean theorem. 90 squared, 120 squared. You got to subtract the LONA. It's 300. And then last step, square root. So then there's 10th. So the 10th's 3. The 7 makes it round up to 79.4 feet. All right, number 9, solve for X. All right, so here's my angle. I want to label O, H, and A. Which one is not labeled? A, scratch that out. And remember, SOHCAHTOA, OH is so sine the angle 31 equals O over H, 11 over X. Remember, When x is in the denominator, you can switcheroo the left side with the denominator, so you get x equals 11 over sine 31. You get the nearest hundredth, 10th, 100th, the 7 makes the 5 round up, 21.36. Number 10, solve for x. Okay. So label from the angle O, H, and A. Which one is not labeled? H. So OA. If you remember SOHCAHTOA, SOHCAHTOA. Okay, TOA is tan, tangent. 54 equals O over A, X over 9. And then to get rid of a divided by 9, you multiply by 9, multiply by 9. Tan 54 times 9. 12.387 to the hundredths. 7 makes it round up to 39. 12.39. All right, same thing. From the angle, we got O. Across from 90 is H. And we got A. Nothing on O, so AH is cosine, so SOHCAHTOA, right? Let's rewrite it. So cosine of 49 equals A over H, 14 over X. So remember, you can switcheroo this and this. So you get X equals cosine 49 over, that's not right, cosine X equals 14 is in the numerator, cosine 49 goes to the denominator. $21.339. By the way, to get to trig, you can either just type it out, or remember, you click on functions, and you got your trig and inverse trig here. Anyway, so to the nearest hundredth, 339. The 9 makes the 3 go up, 21.34. Cool. Number 12. Once again, we're going to label OHA, but I want you to notice the X is now an angle, not a side. So when I label OHA, cross out the one I don't need. OH is sine, but the angle is missing. So sine X equals O over H, 45 over 53. Now, how do we get rid of the sine to get X by itself? Well, remember, we have to move the trig to the other side and make it inverse. X equals sine inverse whenever I have a missing angle, 45 over 53. I'm going to go into here, function sine inverse, 45 over 53. 58.10, and then the 9 makes it round up, 58.11 degrees. We're talking about an angle. Okay, remember polygons, quadrilaterals, opposite sides are congruent, right? So 12a equals 7a plus 10. A cannot be on both sides. Subtract 7a, subtract 7a. You get 5a equals 10. And then to get rid of that 5, you divide by 5. A equals 2. C. So these two triangles are composite area. Okay. So on this triangle, to find the area, I need the base times the height. So I need to find this missing piece using Pythagorean theorem. Or, it's a, what do you call it? A Pythagorean triple. Okay. So you get x squared plus 16 equals 25. You subtract 16, x squared equals 9, and you square root and you get 3. So this little piece is 3. If the whole thing is 10, 10 minus 3 means this should be 7, right? Now, the area on the left is going to be base times height divided by 2. The base and the height are on the right angle. So 4 times 7 divided by 2 is going to be this area. And I'm going to add the other area of this triangle. So base times height, 3 times 4 divided by 2. Remember, the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. If you've got more than one, then you need to add them up. And we get 20. Cool. The perimeter of the following shape. Well, we already have all 3 sides, so perimeter is 5 plus 10 plus 8.1. 23.1. Area of the trapezoid. So remember, the area is base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. Okay, and that equals what? 12 plus 18 times 7.4 divided by 2. 111 centimeters squared, because we're talking about area. All right. Perimeter. Okay. So we're going to add this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this. Now hold up. Right here, we're missing one length. Okay. Now, if this is 243 and I know this little piece is 60 and this little piece 75, then I need to do 243 minus 60 and then minus 75. Oh, you get 108. So that missing piece right here is 108, and we have to add that with the perimeter. So let's add all those up. 243 plus 215 plus 75 plus 128 plus 108. Don't forget that 108 plus 188 plus 60 plus 275. 1292 feet, not squared because it's a perimeter. Area is squared. Okay, given all these right angles, what's the area of the figure below? This is 5. Okay, now half. So it's going to be area. So the area of the rectangle plus the area of the semicircle, right? So rectangle is just going to be base times height. Okay. Plus, now semicircle, this is half a circle. Half, and a circle is pi r squared. So all we need to know is base, height, and radius. So the base, we'll call it 12. The height, we'll call it 5. And then the radius halfway across is not 5, but half of 5. The Radius is 5 divided by 2, which is 2.5, right? 2.5. So 12 times 5 plus 1/2 pi 2.5 squared. All right. So the nearest hundredth, 10th, 100th, the 7 makes it go up to 2, 69.82 inches squared, because it is area. Cool. Let's go. Okay, in terms of pi on all three of these, C is 2 pi r. The radius is 11, so 2 pi 11. What does that mean? Don't type the pi. You want to write the pi. So 2 times 11 is 22 with the pi still there. All right. What is the area with a diameter? So if the diameter is 22, the radius is half the diameter, which is 11. So area is pi r squared. So it's going to be pi 11 squared, which is, don't multiply the pi, 121 pi. So see, well, again, it's 2 pi r. We know the circumference is 46 pi. So first of all, pi is on both sides. Divide by pi, divide by pi. They cancel out. So 46 equals 2r. Divide by 2. And the radius is half of 46, which is 23. Oops, that's the radius. And now the area is pi r squared in terms of pi. So pi 23 squared. Do not type the pi. Let's just do 23 squared. 529 pi. Cool. All right, lateral surface area. The LSA of a prism is pH. So what's the P down here? So P, you add up 6 plus 10 plus 6 plus 10, and you get 32. The height is 22. So it's literally just going to be 32 times 22. 704 inches squared. An ice cream cone has a height of 6 and was the total surface area. All right, so for a cone, you look that one up. The surface area is pi r L plus pi r squared. Now, we have a height and a radius. Height, radius. The height is 6. The radius is 1.5. You cannot do this without finding this L, slant height. So 6 squared plus 1.5 squared equals L squared. And you're going to end up square rooting it. So you might as well just square root that. .18. It's about 6.2. All right, so we have pi. It says hundredths, so type the pi. Pi 1.5, 6.2 plus pi 1.5 squared. That's a lot. Here we go. .285 to the nearest hundredth is 0.29, 36.29 inches squared. Okay, what is the volume of Saturn? The volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. The radius is this huge number, so 4/3 pi 58232 cubed. Okay. Huge! Okay, find the volume of a pyramid. Volume of any pointy thing is 1/3 BH. Big B of a square is 14 times 14. $196. The height is 24, so 1/3 196 24. $1568 centimeters cubed, kilometers cubed up here for this volume. Composite. So you got a cone, the volume of the cone plus the volume of a hemisphere, right? So the cone is 1/3 BH. The hemisphere is 1/2 of a sphere, 4/3 pi r cubed. So the height is 10. Big B, the area of a circle is pi r squared. Now what is the radius? 4. Pi 4 squared is like 16 pi. So 1/3, 16 pi, 10 plus 1/2, 4/3 pi 4 cubed. It's a lot. Let's put it in. Sure. All right, sorry, in terms of pi, so delete these pi's. 96 pi centimeters cubed. So again, don't type the pi, write the pi. All right, circles. All right, 12y minus 5 equals 7y plus 10. So we get what? 5y minus 5 equals 10. Add 5, you get 5y equals 15. Divide by 5, and you get y equals 3. The radius is 7. The radius is 7. If I were to redraw this right triangle, B is missing, 7 is here, and then 7 plus 8, this is 15. 7 squared plus B squared equals 15 squared. 49 plus B squared equals 15 squared. 225. Subtract 49. Get 176.
Good morning. Good morning.
Square root to get rid of the square. The nearest tenth is 13.3. Cool. Okay, remember, inscribed is half of the intercepted arc, so 38 times 2 is 76 degrees. And if you're going backwards from the intercepted arc to the inscribed angle, that's going to divide by 2, and you get 43 degrees. Okay, interior intercepted chords, right, gives you an angle, and that is half of the sum of the intercepted arcs. $87.5. Same thing here. $89. Okay. Area of a sector. Okay, so it's theta over 360 pi r squared. Central angle, so theta is 110. The radius is 7. So 110 over 360 pi 7 squared. In terms of pi, we're not going to type the pi. So 539 over 36 pi inches squared because it's area. Another way to write it. Circle has a radius. So theta is 60 on this one. The radius is 8. Area of a sector in terms of pi. So again, theta over 360 pi r squared. Don't type the pi. Cool. All right, remember it's x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So x, insiders lie. Insiders lie. And then 8 squared is 64. Cool. Same thing here. X, opposite of minus is plus 1. Opposite of positive is minus 7. And the radius is 5 squared, which equals 25. All right. The next thing we got to remember, piece times piece. So 10 times 4, and then 5 times x. 40 equals 5x divided by 5, and you get 8. Same thing here. 8 times x. 10 times 12. 8x equals 120. Divide by 8. $15. Probability, it was theoretical probability of rolling a 6-sided dice and rolling a 3. 3 over the possible 6 is 1/2. Okay, rolling a 6-sided dice and not rolling a 5. Not 5. How many options are not 5? 5 over 6. That's it. Okay, reflect. Answers may vary. All right. Study this. Be ready for your final exam, please.